Alrighty guys, we are loading up for World Cup. Timmy has his trailer loaded. There's a golf cart on there and his car's on there. Timmy's all ready. We stopped at Giant to load up on what, hamburgers and hot dogs, and gluten-free stuff for James. There's James in there. Say hi, James.
Dude, you still talking? That ain't gonna shut. What's wrong with it?
Hold on, there's a lot of empty cavities underneath all this shit.
There's an empty cavity between your ears.
Alright, so the new people added is James and Ram.
What do you mean added?
You weren't in the last video, James.
I don't care about the videos. I've been here forever.
Alright, so James has come forever, but he's added to the video.
Oh, I'm sorry, handles in there.
I'll just go on her. Where's more bread?
Of course, the guy with the gluten allergy gets pissed off we got more bread.
Oh, fuck you.
More bread? Oh, I'm gonna die.
Don't breathe it in. Don't breathe the bread cubes in.
All the gluten. At least we got shit bags.
So Scotty, we have an extra bag of ice.
You put this on the floor, Jim.
You got another one.
Oh!
Oh, he said.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
Almost dropped the lime.
don't drop my flavored water.
Just stickies on the floor for travels.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna need
Just
to
gonna hold the camera. I'm getting good stuff.
Are we out of shit yet?
No, I think we have another cart yet.
What's your foot?
Don't send 5 hungry dudes to the
Rub it on
freaking
your butt.
grocery store.
Put this in the fridge. Cool it down a while.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happens when 5 guys go to the grocery store hungry.
5 guys need to go to 5 guys.
Oh, look, crackers. What? Road trip.
That's my Red Bull. Alright, so we're all loaded up and we are gonna head there. Should take a few hours, but we're gonna head. Hopefully we get a good spot. I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty crowded. Even at midnight, this place gets packed. So we're gonna finish loading up, lock up the trailer, and head out. Alrighty, Scotty, we're here.
We've been here.
We got here at midnight last night, and the line was already, what, 8, 9 rows deep?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
150 cars.
So, I mean, the lines are so long because typically it's like we are, we're caravanning. We have one truck pulling the camper and then another truck pulling the actual race car. We're finally down to the last couple rows, at least in Group A. There's a whole nother Group B behind us in the B parking lot. But we're here. Alright, we are in our pit. Have to make sure the car is ready to go down the track. We are going to do a couple test runs today. It's Wednesday, testing day, so we're going to get the car jacked up and nut and bolt it. Right, Timmy? Yep. Timmy said right.
That'll do, donkey.
You're still building stuff, so aren't we supposed to be racing this car? Now what do you need?
You need to put these 2 switches in this panel up here.
2-step, 3-step.
Yeah.
Come on, James, do the 2-step.
Yeah. You know what color wire or what?
Yeah, he said red is something and orange is something on his phone here, remember?
You want to mark it in the back of this?
What you got there, Scotty? Making a custom plate.
Yep. And then we got to cut out for this Y-band. Somewhere. Where do you want? You still want to put this in the same spot? Or you want to put that up top there?
I don't know.
These need to go
did some nutting and bolting. Basically what that means is checking every fastener, making sure it's tight before Timmy goes and unleashes all the 1,000 horsepower down the quarter mile. So that's what we did here, made sure all the bolts were tight, and it's just going to be putting the car back together and just buttoning up some stuff inside as you saw those switches. Your gloves? Your stinking gloves? Alright, we got the car ready. Hopefully it passes test. Timmy's getting excited and nervous.
I don't have my gloves.
Timmy forgot his gloves. Thanks, James.
We can go get some rubber.
Scotty.
Rubber
Have them
gloves.
here. We have James remote tuning, getting us set up. Still have to go through tech. That's the next step in this journey. But let's push. We're still kind of working on the car. At this point, they got their switch panel installed, so everything's mounted nicely. But we are almost ready to see if this thing will go down the track and see what kind of time it's going to put down. Stay tuned. Now we're going to go see if it passes test.
Precision did it like it barely,
Yeah, right. Right.
like
Barely.
it's like the third one. The first one, the guys were like, "Oh shit, that's illegal." It's not. It's just like precision.
Real. Alright, I think I got everything filled out except for my nitrous jet size. Because I just run the hose right into the intake manifold.
That's fine.
That's called the problem solver.
Dash 10 AN straight to the throttle body.
A lot of problems. Could be a lot of solving. The shittiest dikes that got the nicest thing.
Well, they've been cutting them all day, probably.
Stainless steel.
We're fat. Oh my God, we're fat.
5.
Fat ass golf cart.
So it's no surprise. The car passed tech inspection. There were no issues. Timmy's been to World Cup finals before, so we weren't worried about if the car would pass tech or not. It's just still fighting little battles here and there. Timmy got another ECU because when we were on the dyno, we were unable to data log in his old ECU, so he got another one shipped to the track, and he's just setting that one up. But in doing so, we kind of ran out of time to get some test runs in before qualifying tomorrow. So we finished buttoning up the car, and we're just gonna have to do our testing during qualifying, which is tomorrow, or day 1 of qualifying, day 2 of being here.
Alright, so it's all on hole now. Dragging
Alrighty, Timmy.
Suck it.
After all the struggle, we're finally here.
We're
The
here.
first pass in 2 years
2 years.
on an all-new setup that we put together in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I think the car is gonna do well.
Hopefully. That's the goal.
We'll see what happens, but
We'll see.
we're getting ready and lined up now, even after all the struggles we had yesterday getting the ECU to read properly. We are getting closer to race time, but we'll bring you back to the action here.
Still has a code.
We're gonna go through, what is it, qualifying now, James? Or are we?
Yeah, Q1.
So qualifying round 1. Hopefully Timmy could do one and done qualifying, but we do need to test the car, so I don't think that's going to be the case.
I can't.
So,
If it doesn't rain or anything.
yeah, rain seems to be the issue. It kind of shut us down yesterday, but we were able to figure stuff out, and that was very helpful having rain yesterday. But today, it needs to stop raining. We need to get down the track at least once or twice. So, that's where we're headed now.
Better get rolling.
Looks like we're lucky, possibly. Like just missing us.
Maybe.
Don't be nervous, Timmy.
Nervous Nelly over here.
Put your panties on.
Just let the balls out and go. Man up.
Hey, James.
All I do is look at the camera and nothing today.
it was wheel hopping pretty bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. And these stupid fucking door bars, I can't feel my hand because he put the dumbass notch door bar in.
Oh, wait. Where?
Oh, you banged my fucking elbow. My arm is right here. I banged my fucking elbow right off the door bar. I couldn't feel my
Push the button on the top.
That scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
Push the button on the top, Ram.
I need to do something.
There you go.
My fingers are fucking numb over here. It hit that fucking hard. And that JV defucked first to fourth.
Hey, Tim, you made it down the track first
I
time.
was like, wait, did I miss second? Why isn't it going anywhere?
I was like,
I just
he
didn't-
must have fucked up because top end data or something, you know?
Well, then it was in fourth, and then I floored it. I was like, whatever.
First time down the track in 2 years, Timmy. It was a success.
Next time, I don't think you guys can come down here. Or you can't touch the car or whatever.
Oh.
It'll get DQ'd. Like,
Oh yeah, you gotta drive it to the scale.
right. But this doesn't matter. It's a bullshit pass anyway. So,
All right, Timmy, we got your post-race interview. Qualifying round 2. Round 1 didn't go so well.
hopefully this one goes better.
Went first to fourth and
Broke my elbow.
had some wheel chatter off of the start, so
My
Timmy
funny
went
bone
and
was
installed a Magnus, what is that?
Slipper valve.
Slipper valve, so that the clutch doesn't release all the way.
Delayed slow.
All the power down. But that's the only change we made for this run. So driver mod and slipper valve. And 8. Now 8, right? That's our goal. We'll see you on the line.
Nice fucking going.
Way to go.
Don't tell cars.
Racing at
Look straight from back here, Timmy. Dude, my shit didn't come off the back end, only on the top set of letters.
You got another one.
Where?
Right there. I got the midget dick one. Oh, there's too much wax on the windshield.
First time?
Makes it go faster. Yeah.
Alrighty, so after that little issue with the car, we found that nothing broke. We thought maybe possibly he broke an axle, but nothing on the car broke. We checked it out. Everything checked out fine. I then set the camera down, number one, to help, and number two, I just kind of checked everything out. I walked around and didn't record much of that until we picked it up much later when he had his third chance to qualify, and we'll get started with that now. Beautiful.
Suck me, beautiful.
I've seen a lot of things about life, but an alien carrying around a black guy has not been one of them.
That means he's ready to rock and roll.
This is definitely a first.
So after the last run, car just didn't do what we wanted it to do, and there was just no more testing, no more qualifying. That was it. That was our third chance to get into the races, and this time we were unsuccessful. It's actually one of the first times Timmy was unable to qualify, and I don't think it was anything to do with the car. I think it was just a combination of nerves, Timmy getting back in the saddle after being out of it so long, and the shifter. There was a little bit of an issue there. It's just, it wasn't our event. You know, you're gonna have times like this I think the real takeaway from this, though, was the fact that everybody came together on this. You know, there was a huge support group trying to get this car get off the ground and down the racetrack, because we knew Timmy had really missed drag racing, and you know, he really loves this sport, as do we all. And you know, it stinks to see it did not run a number, but it was awesome that everybody got together, really worked hard to get this car done and ready, and we made it to World Cup. May not have qualified, but we did make it to World Cup, and that in itself is a pretty impressive goal for just the short timeline in which we had to get this car done. So thank you. I know Timmy's thankful to everyone that helped out on this project, and you know, that's what makes this sport so much fun, is it's a community. Everybody gets together. It doesn't matter when you're out racing. You know, it's on the racetrack, it's competitive, but in the pits, you know, all hands on deck. Everybody's willing to lend a hand. So I cannot wait to get back to World Cup next year, and hopefully we get some good tuning sessions on Timmy's car coming up in the near future. But yeah, that was definitely an awesome time, awesome event.
World Cup, man.